All right, welcome back in to another episode of Keeping Up with Douglas Athletics. We're going to talk a little boys and girls soccer here nowadays. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and introduce yourselves again to the camera.
I'm Yasmin Dorsett. I'm the head girls coach.
My name is Mario Verde. I'm the head coach of the boys.
Yasmin, let's start with you. How's things been going since the last time we got to chat with you on the show?
I think we've played maybe 9 games now. We're making small improvements slowly but surely, but I think the girls are getting more confidence as we're going through our games.
No doubt. Same question for the guys.
Same thing. We've been pretty busy. I mean, full schedule for the last 2 weeks, and it's been a little inconsistent, but I feel like we're heading in the right direction.
Have the guys and girls gotten into soccer shape? Because that shape's a whole nother animal than any other sport in my opinion, on earth.
I really think we start seeing soccer shape kind of where we're about to hit area. So, but I mean, soccer shape is kind of made during the preseason. So
that's correct.
But it also helps playing games consistently too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you say soccer shape, it's weird because, like she said, you do it during the season, but to me, soccer shape is like actual touching the ball. It's a difference in running and having endurance, but messing with that ball is a totally different animal.
Yeah, it's two different worlds. I myself, I think, I may be biased here, but I think soccer is the best sport on earth that for every other sport you play, because of the endurance, the agility, the footwork, the speed, and you got to think. There's angles. I mean, to me, it helps every single sport that you could possibly play. And I always tell young kids, they always ask me, like, which sport should I play? I said, it's like soccer. What is y'all's thoughts on that? Do y'all feel the same way, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely feel that same way. We've, the past couple of years I've been with Coach Dorsett, we've tried everything to bring in just different athletes into the soccer realm, what you would call it. But I mean, we need great athletes all around because, like you said, I mean, it works on everything. And in the past, we've had a few guys that come out and they just pick it up naturally just because of their athleticism.
Absolutely. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I agree with Coach Mario. I mean, let me think.
In the way, to me, there's not another sport you play that
well, yeah, and like
those attributes don't.
Yeah, we share athletes too.
A ton of them.
So the biggest one that we're sharing with right now is track. So I mean, they're during their sport.
Y'all are sharing in season.
Yeah.
How does that work out for you guys? Because you've got to get your time in. I know they got to get their time in. How do y'all juggle that?
We usually practice at a later time. I know the girls practice earlier than us. So I mean, it's kind of easier for us to share. And I know some of those guys, they get those reps in, but then they come to soccer and also benefit from that as well.
Good.
Yeah, my girls, I'm having to share during the practice time, so they'll go to track first, get their stuff done there, and then come and practice with us.
So y'all actually have athletes that compete multiple sports during the same week, correct? Mm-hmm. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
but with track, usually, it's not like you were like doing cross country like earlier. That'd take a lot more out of you. But go ahead.
Yeah, last week we actually had a few guys compete in Aniana's track meet, and then the following day we had a game, and I told them, I was like, well, you're just gonna have to ride it out because you're gonna go compete and then compete the next day. So it's beneficial for them because they stay in that good of a shape.
But I guarantee you, it makes them better by the end because, you handle that. You can handle getting a little tired in the second half of a game or a match. Quick question to you guys. I've noticed, like, going around this area of the state, especially this time of year, soccer is like the new football in the spring to me, especially in this area of the state. I mean, I've seen people tailgating at games and stuff like it's a football game. Can y'all talk about that and how that growth's happened? To me, over the last 10 or 15 years, it's gotten way more attention and way bigger, especially in the communities.
I'll let Coach Mario speak on that.
Yeah, well, the thing I can say about that is when I graduated, you'd have football during the spring and then have all the jamborees during the spring. and now you have soccer kind of much taking over. And I think, honestly, football's had to transition to kind of
They're doing like a
week
That's
zero.
right, a week before.
So, I mean, I don't know if it's because of that, but, I mean, it's definitely good to have your standalone, just your soccer season, and have fans focus on that, players focus on that. So it's been huge for us to have that.
I've been to 2 soccer games this year. Both games has had fist fights in them. So,
Yeah.
can y'all speak on that? Like how physical and how serious people take this? That's good though.
Yeah.
Not that they're fighting, but that it's that serious.
Well, yeah, I think soccer really does get a bad rep of being a non-physical sport, but honestly,
It's very physical.
I love physicality.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if we had pads on, I think it'd be even funner to
Oh
watch.
yeah,
But,
for sure.
we still get after it there. I mean, we went to a tournament at SNPA, and there ain't no telling how many times I had to turn around and hear a clash and be like, what was that?
Bodies
Because
in.
Bodies hitting. I mean, it sounds a whole lot different
Oh,
than
for
when
sure.
pads hit it. Pads feel, I mean, they're loud, but when a body hits, you know the difference.
It's more of a thud.
Yeah.
Like you can tell though. Coach, are you seeing that on the girls' side as well?
Oh yeah, it just like certain opponents,
You know it's coming.
that you expect it. Like, and I told my girls, I'm like, you go in as hard as they're gonna go in. Like, don't go in scared because we can't play like that. You gotta go in just as hard as they're gonna go in.
If you do, then you know they're gonna automatically have a psyche over you. My next question is, and this is a question for you guys. I've always heard like travel soccer, right, is way more finesse than the high school game. Do you guys agree on that? Like club soccer, so to speak. It's played a little cleaner. There's like more in the high school. It's more physical. Do y'all agree with that or no?
Yeah, my thoughts on that is with club, you pretty much get all the best guys from all over the area.
Right.
So you have the ability to have guys that just play a lot smarter, a lot slower pace. And in high school, I mean, you're picking up guys from out of the roots and you're trying to work something out with that. But I mean, still, you got some guys that have to be those leaders that play club.
That's
and
right.
say, hey, this is how we do things. This is how we slowly improve. So,
That's right. You got to turn those bruisers into players.
Yes. Yeah,
Like-
it's fun. It's a fun process.
Do you see the same thing on the girls' side?
I mean, I don't really know a lot about club soccer. Like, I just know from what I hear from my girls. But I mean, I would assume so. Like, one of my girls talking about how they play like kind of in their like age, they play in age groups. So I feel like it'd probably be a little bit more beneficial for them to play in their age groups. But kind of like Coach Martin says, we're pulling 9th through 12th graders, expecting them to play together. So
Right. Yeah, because you guys have to, like you said, you're going down from 9th to 12th. I mean, you're talking difference in body styles and everything. I mean, all that factors in. And like you said, it's a traveling all-star team basically with club. So yeah, I mean, they probably is played a little cleaner. It makes sense, Before I let you guys get out of here, what do you guys have coming up this week?
This week we just finished from a very, very rough week and battling through injuries, but this week is a very important week. We start area play Friday. We play host to Albertville, or we travel to Albertville, I'm sorry. And they have really, really done some improvement within the past few years, and they're actually ranked in 7A, and
that's good.
That's really I would say inspiring to the community, because
for sure
that 7A group is no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got teams all around that are looking at 7A Albertville getting on the map, and so you kind of strive to be that too. You want to improve every day, it motivates you, and
absolutely,
it's awesome.
No doubt.
Kind of like Coach Martin said, we've come off just playing at the tournament. We both played tough opponents. We won that first game on Friday, and then went into the winners play, and they played Gunnersville and Southside, and we played Gunnersville and A-Rod. So I mean,
jeez.
Yeah. And then for going to play Albertville, we play Westbrook on Thursday, and then turn around and play Buzz on Friday. So
You're talking about teams that's been to like the state finals the last couple of years and stuff, or right there knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it don't get any easier. I mean, you can get in a car and drive like 50 miles in a circle from here. And you got Collinsville, Fort Payne, you got Southside, Guntersville. I mean, it's incredible the amount of good soccer that's in this area on the girls and boys side.
Yeah, it used to be, not even 5-10 years back, it used to be you had to go travel pretty far away to go play a top-notch team. Now it's like you could turn your head and point whichever direction and say, hey, who you want to play? Take your pick, take your poison, because everybody's good.
God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I appreciate you guys sitting in with me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. All right, welcome back into another edition of Keeping Up with Douglas Athletics. We're going to talk a little baseball here. Coach, if you would, introduce yourself and who you have with you today.
I'm Coach Rickman, baseball coach at Douglas High School, and I have Kason Walls, 2025 pitcher, outfielder, and I have Billy Smith, 2028 pitcher, third baseman with me today.
Coach, you guys just went through a county tournament. I got to come out and shoot that first game you guys had at 11 a.m. Had a great time. Everybody had a lot of smiles on their face. You guys seemed like you was having fun that day. Seems like that's the vibe of this team. But just take us through that county tournament and, your thoughts on everybody having fun. Does it look like having fun playing baseball?
Yes, sir. As far as the county tournament goes, it was good for both for me and for the guys. It was a time to get back on track. We had some tough games before then, so we were able to go out there and execute the things that we wanted to execute. Offensively and defensively as well. So it actually gave us a chance, like I said, kind of get back on track. Had two good games. At the 11 o'clock game, we won that one 13-0, and then we turned around and for the championship, we won that one 13-0 as well. And, it's always fun when you win, and, it makes it a little bit easier to go out there and to compete. When you come out on top, the vibes stay up, the guys were engaged, so it was actually good to see that, those two games. So.
You guys speak on that a little bit. How was the tournament for you individually?
It was great. Had a lot of energy, and we was winning, like Coach Redmond said, which is it's always great to win.
Like Coach said, just trying to get back on track. It was really good for the team and players individually. Just all over, it was really good games.
Coach, what is it about these two cats right here that stick out to you?
Well, these two guys, both these guys, they pitch for us, so big thing that they do for us. I know when I put those guys on the mound, they give us a good chance to win. They go out there, they compete. No matter what's going on, if behind them, if it's good things, if it's bad things, they're going to keep getting the ball and keep going at hitters. That's good as far as the coaches knowing I got a guy out there that's not going to get rattled. He's going to keep digging in. And like I said, whether it's good or whether it's bad, they're going to keep going. So they make me feel good when I put them on the mound.
Guys, that's got to make you feel good to hear your coach talk about that. He ain't just blowing smoke. He's sitting here beside you saying that. What do you guys think about that?
That really just helps me out as a player. Just know that I have people that believe in me and trust me enough to put me on the mound and know no matter what the situation is and can trust that I'll do the right thing.
Yeah, it means a lot that he can trust me and also my teammates trust me, which is a big thing.
Who's some of the guys, let's say MLB, you guys look up to, maybe try to model your game after?
Pitching, I would say Trevor Bauer, and in the field, Austin Riley.
Mainly just pitching. I like Paul's schemes. I like just the way he does pitching and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's pretty legit.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty killer mustache, too. I have to give him that. Coach, they're talking about some heavy hitters over here. Who's somebody you look up to, Coach?
Oh, man, as far as a player go, I always liked Mookie Betts as a player.
He's a dude.
Yeah, energetic.
He's on a squad too, buddy.
Yeah, they're paying in the big bucks. But I always like Mookie. I like Acuna. Guys like that, high energy guys, passionate guys is kind of what I like in a player, and those two guys bring it. So.
I'm a Brewers fan. Cheerio. He's gonna be.
Cheerio.
He's gonna be I think he's gonna be one of the game's best.
Yeah, he up and coming. He definitely.
Yeah, he's gonna be really good. He's another guy around that same mode, in my opinion. Guys, let's talk about what y'all have coming up this week. I'll let you start.
Yeah, so we got 3 games this week, all against quality opponents. We got St. Clair today, Pinson Valley, on Tuesday, and then Thursday we have Gaston City. Like
Is it at Gadsden City?
It's home.
It's home?
Yes, sir. It'll be here.
Okay. I got to watch them the other day, just pictures. Guys, when you play in games like this, 3 games in a week, does your mind change any, or is it business as usual, or how is it when you play multiple games in a week like that?
Nothing really changes, just always have energy and play hard.
Yeah, nothing really changes me either. Just always got to remember, just go out and take care of business no matter what.
Coach, it's a juggling act with arms, especially early in the year. How often do you, maybe give a guy a day off, or how do you do your rotation and things like that?
Well, I try, if they, they got your pitch limit, so, they throw a certain amount of pitches where they're required to get 2 days rest. I always try, if I can, give them an extra day on top of that. So if they pitch and they're supposed to get 2 days, I try to rest them 3. If they go, both these guys just threw the limit, the 3-day rest limit, so they're both going to get 4 days rest before they throw again. And like you said, it's juggling. I mean, you got to try to squeeze them in and do things like that. But at the end of the day, I try to put the athlete first and just know that, their health is the number one thing. So, winning games is fun, but I try to put these guys first as far as trying to take care of them a little bit, because I know, these 2 guys right here, they take the ball every game if I let them.
Oh, for sure.
Just trying to balance that, make sure they stay healthy.
And you want their arm fresh down the stretch for sure.
Absolutely.
When they're playing. Guys, talk about that a little bit. When you guys throw the limit, I mean, can you tell a difference whether, do you feel fatigued the next day, or you don't want to say in front of coach, or?
I feel a little fatigued, but I mean, it really only lasts like right after I pitch. The next day, I could go again, I feel like.
I mean, I feel like kind of what he was saying, but if he would give me the ball every day, I would love to go out there, but just the main thing is after I pitch, just get a lot of recovery and stuff like that.
I seen a stat one time, Nolan threw 212 pitches in one game or something like that. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I seen it.
Bro, that's like a robot.
Right.
And plus, considering he's throwing up around 100,
Exactly. I don't know how to pull that off.
Yeah, I don't either. It's insane. But like you said, coaches, you put the player first. The health is an issue, and you want your guys fresh, but you also want them there to be able to play and not have no injuries. Talk about that a little bit, Coach, because the game has changed. Like, so many youth guys are pitching these kids to death. By the time they get to you, some of them's arms are wore out, and then you gotta coddle through it. Mm-hmm. But this is when they really need to be seen if they want to play at the next level. Talk about that's a juggling act as well.
Well, yeah, and the big thing, especially for you guys, is, man, there's no need for a kid to throw 75, 80 pitches, especially coming up at that point. I know a lot of times it has turned into, as far as travel ball, and some youth sports have turned into I want to win. And just at that age, it's just not really about the wins and losses. You want kids to develop, you want kids to get the reps at that age, and I see sometimes I just look through and I see you players throwing 85, 90 pitches.
For sure.
I don't even really like when those guys get up there high. If it's in a tight game and they're feeling good, I try to give them a leeway a little bit.
Yeah.
But getting up there high, man,
danger zone.
Danger zone. Mechanics start to kind of go out of the way, and then they're trying to still gas it up in there with whatever they got left in the tank. So, man, I don't know. When they get here, I try to take care of them as much as I can. But sometimes those kids been throwing so many pitches.
That's right.
It's tough.
That's right. Guys, before we get you out of here, just final thoughts on this upcoming week. You guys kick it off.
I mean, we just need to do the same thing we've been doing. Take care of business, be locked in, and just win.
Yeah, we need to take one game at a time and just make sure we take care of business. And the main thing is focus on these games, but take it all together and focus on the next week coming up for area.
For sure.
Yeah, same thing. Just, we want to use these games this week to kind of polish up, have good ABs, do well on the mound, bring the energy, to get through this week. Like I said, there are going to be quality teams that we're playing. And, kind of like Kason said, we're trying to polish it up and get ready to go next week. Sardis comes into town. I'm sure they will be rowdy and ready, to go to battle with us. So we want to be ready too. So
that's a rivalry in every sport.
Absolutely.
Ain't no doubt. Man, I appreciate you guys sitting in with us, and good luck to you guys moving forward.
Yes, sir. Thank you.